Sony and other major manufacturers are pulling out of China. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. So good, guys. So good. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a photo video, I guess, day. Tech 2, kind of rolled up in one. We're going to be talking about supply chain and how Sony specifically is pulling out of China, like just about completely. 90+% of all manufacturing is going to leave China and move into Thailand. Other major manufacturers are doing the exact same thing. So I want to talk to you guys about this a little bit. I think it's very fascinating how things are going in the world globally, right? We know there's been a major downturn globally. In the US, we're experiencing a recession. Some people say a depression is right around the corner. Let's hope not. Anyways, before we get into this story, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, why the hell not? Go check them out. They're free. Go to JCristina.com/books. Once again, JCristina.com/books. Also, if you like this video even at least, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are subscribed to the channel, fantastic. If not, consider doing so. And then click this little button over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. Also, if you're looking for a VPN, a virtual private network to secure your family or your business with 256-bit encryption, military grade, the nice folks over there at PureVPN have given us a link. That link will give you about 80+% off. So for basically the cost of a latte per month, you will be able to protect your business and family. And if you need a static IP address, they can provide one also, as well as port forwarding. So down below in the pinned comment, as well as the description, go check out that link. Give it a click and pick up PureVPN. So anyways, guys, let's check this out. Now, I was reading articles over at Digicam and DP Review and Petapixel, as well as Nikkei. That is a trade magazine. I guess it'd be more of an economic type of magazine out of Japan. So I was going through a bunch of articles and I want to read through one of them for you and then give you my commentary after the fact, or maybe even during. And more importantly, I want to know what you think about this. Where are we going, or where is the industry going at this point? We see what the manufacturers are doing. The question is, why are they doing what they're doing? And this should give you a little bit more clarity as to why. So this article is from DP Review, and it says this: due to political pressure and the need for supply chain diversification, more and more companies are moving production out of China and into other countries. We've seen that right across the board, right, guys? Apple is reportedly planning to move some of its production out of China to India and Vietnam. Canon, as well as Nikon, moved production away from China last year. Dell has announced it's phasing out China-made computer chips by 2024, and dozens of other Fortune 500 companies are following suit. We've seen this right across the board. Ever since this chip thing happened with the shortages and supply chain and yada, 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 a lot of the companies are moving out of China. Now, it's being reported that Sony Group has transferred more than 92% of its camera production from China to Thailand. 92%. That is a lot. According to Nikkei, a respected Japanese financial publication, Sony's plan is to only manufacture cameras sold in China in China. Cameras sold in Europe, Japan, and the United States will be made in Thailand. This decision, according to Nikkei, was made due to two main reasons. First is political animosity between China and other nations around the globe, most notably the U.S., which is currently in the middle of a trade war with China. Second is the need for Sony to diversify its supply chain as a result of various lockdowns China has implemented as part of its zero COVID policy that saw factories shut down frequently, causing all kinds of supply chain shortages as production ground to a halt, sometimes for weeks at a time. So the translation here is repeated long-term lockdowns are affecting supply chain and are affecting Sony's bottom line. Hence, we're out of here. I guess that's kind of in short. Nikkei reports that Sony sold approximately 2.1 million cameras globally in 2022. Of those, only 150,000 were sold in China, which amounts to about 7.1% of Sony's units. That means this move out of China will affect over 92% of Sony's camera units that are sold elsewhere around the world. Interestingly, Nikkei says lenses will continue to be produced in China, although it's possible the move to making cameras elsewhere could see lens production follow suit in due time. Now, a spokesperson from Sony told one of the Nikkei reporters this, quote, "We continue to focus on the Chinese market. We will not withdraw from China." Now, what has also been said is this, quote, "Sony will maintain equipment that can be used for manufacturing within China should an unforeseen circumstance in Thailand cause additional disruptions." So what is the overall translation here? What is going on? Well, number one, we see that the entire globe is kind of pissed with China. That's number one. We also see that China's virus policy is not only hurting the supply chain, but it's also hurting the shareholders of these companies, these corporations, as they cannot get the supply to be able to create product to sell. So what we're seeing is a lot of major manufacturers like Sony are moving their manufacturing out of China and into Thailand, as well as other countries. They can no longer justify the liability of having their products manufactured in China. Now, we will continue to sell, according to Sony, into China, which is about 150,000 units per year, but no matter what, we are no longer going to manufacture there because of the supply chain issue, as well as the understanding that we need to diversify where our products are being manufactured. Right now, we're kind of at the mercy of China, and it's not working out for us too well. What Sony also says is like, hey, we're going to continue to sell into China, but we're not going to get our supplies from China because we just simply can't any longer. Also, in case that there is a problem with Thailand, we're going to keep some of our manufacturing equipment in China so that if the Chinese government changes things and go down a different path and things get better with the whole global perception of China, let's say, as well as the amount of product that the Chinese people can actually get out of China because of all of the lockdowns or possibly lack thereof in the future, we're going to keep our equipment there so that we can get right to manufacturing if there's a problem with Thailand. So I think it's a smart move. Once again, it's diversification, right? Just like you would do with your portfolio. I think what has happened is a lot of these major manufacturers are putting all of their eggs in one basket or have put all of their eggs in one basket for so many years that now they're hurting. That's it. You know, you can only do that for so long until eventually it bites you in the ass. And that is what has happened. Look at the car industry. We no chips. We got no chips, no chips, no chips. You go to a car lot someplace and they have only used cars. They don't have any new cars. There's no damn chips. And then what's even worse, a lot of these car dealers bought into the idea of bringing in all of these used cars, and now they're sitting on used cars that are so expensive that half of them are not going to get their money back from because they paid up on them because they couldn't get new. So now they can't afford to bring in new cars once they are available. It's like perpetual, right? It's like that round robin, the chicken or the egg. So now they don't have the funds to be able to bring in the new cars. Number one. Number two, they don't have any room on their lots because their lots are full of used cars. It's just absolutely horrible what has been happening with the supply chain, right? So Sony being one of them and all of the other major manufacturers, we see Nikon did it last year. We see Canon did it last year also, where they're just pulling a lot of stuff out of China and moving into Thailand. A lot of companies are moving into Thailand. I think Thailand is going to be exploding when it comes to money in the next, let's say, 10 years, because so many companies are going there. The one big player that hasn't gone to Thailand is Apple, and I think they're going to India as well as Vietnam for manufacturing. That is not being manufactured in China. So I think it's very interesting. I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think things will change and eventually this will all just kind of get worked out, right? Or is this something that's going to be perpetual? This is going to happen for many years on end, and we're going to see this downfall happen with China. Because right now we can see that they're not doing well when it comes to their economics. They're just not. There's major brands, major global brands that are pulling out daily. So at any rate, what do you think about this? Down in the comment area below, let's have this discussion. Also, if you enjoyed this video, like I said before, throw it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Click this little button over here so when I go live, when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. Also, if you just want to say thanks for my hard work on this channel, you can just simply click that little button down there that says thanks, but I would rather you not. Just become a member of the channel. That would be even better. I would love to have you. Finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.